This is just a quick review on the Gemini MIX2GO. I picked this up as a refurb from eBay a while back. I'd been taking this to conventions and stuff like that, weeb conventions like Fanime and Sac Anime and the Comic-Con and stuff like that, just to, throw mini parties outside of the con, like on the outside, near the entrance and stuff like that, where they'll let me. And so far, this thing has been pretty good. There are a lot of opportunities out there to just throw a party randomly. As far as features and everything that I like on it, it works all right. As you can see right here, you got your jog wheels. They're touch sensitive, by the way, which they are not on anything else that I've tried. I actually have a Numark Party Mix Pro that I'm gonna probably be reviewing in the next video. But yeah, as far as controls and everything works fine. Okay, I'm gonna jump cut and go to the back of the unit, so I can actually pop my iPad in there, and so we can check it out. This is the back of the unit. It's got nice printing on it right here. It just says MIX2GO, and the MIX2GO and the MIX2GO Pro are identical. They're the exact same thing, just one has a black paint job and this one has a white paint job. As far as I know, they are identical. So, as far as features go, you got your Q buttons here, your auto loop buttons right here, the controller shift key so you can delete all your cues and stuff like that. Play, pause, cue, sync, just all your normal MIDI controller controls. Volume for channel 1, your master volume right here, volume for channel 2, crossfader, your browse knob. This is actually laid out very similarly to the Numark, what's it called? The Numark MixTrack Pro that came out back in like 2011, 2012, ages ago. And then up here you have your auxiliary in, mic input, USB, so you can plug in your mobile devices like Android or iOS, like your Android tablet, iOS, iPad. Your Bluetooth button, if you don't want to use the mixer or anything like that, you can just hook up through Bluetooth and just use this as a normal, a normal Bluetooth speaker. You have your outputs right here, and then like the line out, so you can hook up to larger speakers. Your headphones out, so you got your a quarter inch out and a 1/8 inch out, so you can use either earbuds or professional headphones if you'd like. Tempo knob here to control the pitch. So like I said, it's fully fledged. And little quick note, this knob right here is the auxiliary source knob, so this controls the volume for both the Bluetooth and the aux in. And your master obviously is your master, so you can actually keep this crank and use the master as the volume, or crank up the master and use this as the volume for your auxiliary input. And another quick note is that if you plug into the line out, you will not mute the internal speakers, which to me kind of annoys me. So if you wanted to use this purely as a controller, like if you didn't want to just blast out the built-in speakers, completely with the volume and just hear nothing but distortion, you could shut off the speakers. I wish that was a feature. Unfortunately, it is not a feature in this. I'll probably rig up some sort of switch later on. Yeah, let me get my iPad hooked into here, and we'll check out the app that's officially supported by this, and then I'll show you another app that is not officially supported, but I did make a custom map for, which I'll probably put down a download link down in the link, in the description. Okay, so this is the officially supported app for the Gemini MIX2GO. It's the one that it tells you to download on your iPad or Android device. Now, a quick note on Android devices: there is a switch here, iOS and Android. If you flip it up, it goes into Android mode. If you keep it down, it goes into iOS mode, and it works for them. Little weird thing with that is that if you have it in Android mode, and I have tried this because the phone that I'm recording with is an Android phone, it doesn't charge it. It doesn't charge your phone at all, or your tablet, whichever you'd be using. And it also is strange in the fact that you can only use the cable that comes with it. Like, that's the only cable you can use. It's this pink little thing that actually I don't have it with me, I have it upstairs, but it's this pink little USB cable that's got USB mini on one end, or no, USB micro on one end, and the normal USB on the other. Doesn't charge it, and it only works with that cable. But there is a workaround. What you can do is you can get a, let's see if I can find something over here. Get yourself a cable that has both ends like this, so both USB-A ends on both sides, and then get your normal run-of-the-mill USB OTG cable for your phone. So it can be USB-C or USB micro, and use the OTG cable along with that A to A cable, and then you can replace the cable that comes with the Gemini, and it will work. I have tried this. But as far as this app goes, let's see if we can load a track in here. Oh, that's another problem with this dumb app, is that if you load in an album or a song that it doesn't like, your songs folder doesn't work anymore. It just says no songs available in iTunes. But as soon as I click albums, there it is. All my music's there. Let's see, do we have anything that I can play without getting a copyright strike? Man, everything's copyrighted. Actually, maybe this won't be. Let's see. That one. And, oof, it's loud. Turn that down. So these are can't English today. These are touch-sensitive pads, so, or a platter. So actually reacts to what you touch. So let's try this. And in my opinion, let's see if this thing can focus. Focus, goddammit. There you are. In my opinion, unless you're scratching, which you're probably not going to be doing a lot of on this controller since the latency, it's acceptable for mixing tracks and having a mini party, but it's not acceptable for, there is some latency. It's no Pioneer WeGo 4. I'll say that much. But as far as this app goes, this app is actually okay. You know, it's got some quirks. It's not going to be perfect. But I personally like using this view. Just the waveforms that are parallel with each other. Kind of lets you know what you're doing. And then but yeah, this app is okay. It does make use of all the functions that are on the controller. Like, say, if I want to cut the bass, you can see right here. You can use the EQ to, do effects and stuff like that. And the effects aren't bad either. I bought the Pro version of this, and I'm not exactly happy with it, but it works. And before there was a new update to a different app that I'm going to show you in a second. You couldn't really use this with any other app other than Mix Vibes. That was the only app you could use it with. But there was a recent update to a more popular DJ software that made this actually function a little better. So let's get out of this app. Let's see. Go away, all of you. And let's fire up. Yes, Djay. Now, this version of Djay just came out, and a lot of people aren't happy with it because it went straight to a subscription-based service, but what made it worth it for me was the fact that you can map any MIDI device onto the app natively on your iPad. So this MIX2GO once was not supported by Djay, not in the slightest. I tried hooking this up to my Windows computer to map it through DJ Pro, like the trial that you have on Windows. Didn't work. I borrowed a friend's MacBook and plugged it in with a USB-A to USB-A connector, and it recognized it, and I was getting through mapping it, and then this drops, which made my life totally easier, and I returned the MacBook to my friend because he needed it for, schoolwork. I can't stick with that forever. And I mapped it natively inside Algorithm. Or Djay, I should say. So, if you don't believe me that it works, so we'll just click here to load up a track. And we'll go into my... let's do a feature funk track. Yes, I'm one of those people. And we'll load into deck B. And everything on this controller works in Djay. It's been mapped one-to-one. Like I said, you can download the map in the description, and you can load this into your iPad. And to do that, you just have to take the file. First, you have to hook up your iPad to iTunes. Go to the iPad's icon, and then once you get into the iPad's icon, you'll find the Applications tab to your right, and then you click on the file sharing part of the Applications tab, and then file sharing, you'll find Djay. And by the way, if you have an older version of the Djay and you want to use this controller on the older versions of Djay, this map will work. I have tested it. I have all 3 versions, the new one, Djay2, and Djay Pro on this iPad, so I've tested it across all the apps, and it does work. So let's see, where were we? So go to File Sharing, click on your Djay folder, and save a file. Save the Djay MIDI map file straight to the root folder of your Djay folder, be it what version it may, and this will be recognized, and then you can use a nicer program. Because not only... So, Mix Vibes supports SoundCloud streaming. You can stream SoundCloud on it, and the interface is a little clunky, I should say. It mixes fine, but it's a bit clunky. But, Djay, it supports Spotify, which makes requests a lot easier when you're at a convention and you have data and all that stuff. It just makes things that much more convenient. But unfortunately, if you're too late to the Djay train, and you have an older, you download the newer version of Djay, I believe the MIX2GO will only be supported if you get the subscription. And that poses some problems for people. Not everyone's going to be able to pay for the subscription, but I'm on the yearly subscription because I use it enough to where I can justify it. Yearly, if you get the subscription yearly, it's like $34.99, but monthly it's $4.99. I ended up for the yearly. First year, if you downloaded the older versions, first year is like $9.99 or something like that. I'm getting ahead of myself. Let's see what this can do. So, like I said, I mapped it, and everything functions in Djay. So, all the lights work. Master works. So everything, and I like keeping it in that view. So yeah, all the buttons work. Let's try some hot cues. Then we can just hit Shift, delete our hot cues. Loops work. Anyway, just the update that was irrespective of the Gemini gave this thing more functionality, so you can use it with other things now as well. I don't know, this is just a really good entry point if you just want to get into, like, just DJing for friends and stuff like that. Wouldn't use this professionally, of course. Like, you can't really do events or anything with this thing. It certainly gets loud, but it doesn't get that loud. It's loud enough outdoors. The lights are cool. It has a lot of lights up front. Maybe I can rotate this, so a jump cut. Okay, we're back. And let's see, let's hit play over here. A little bit of volume. So let's see, let's shut it off. So your very first lights display is this one. It just cycles through RGB rainbow, just goes through it, living that RGB life. And if you hit the button, the mode button down here, you'll go into the spectrum analyzer mode, which is my favorite mode, and it's somewhat accurate. If you have bass going on, it'll come down here in the lower end, and mid-range and high. So it's more or less functional. Let's turn this down a little bit. And then you just got cycling through different lights like that. Kind of reminds me of those 1970s, like, entertainment center jukeboxes they used to sell that had lights all over the fucking place. Oh, excuse me, I'm gonna have to edit that. And this one is just a level meter. It's just one giant meter. It's just a giant monometer. It's just it's all it looks like. More RGB rainbows that cycle through. And now this is another spectrum analyzer, but as you can see, it's got peaks on it. On the old Kenwood decks and stuff like that. Then this one just has 4 lights that it just cycles through, just flashes them, irrespective of the beat. It's just an animation. Another one that has just the level meter, but this one has peaks integrated into it as well. And this one, just random lights that flash through the front. And this one's really interesting. I don't know if you guys are familiar with the Atari video visualizer that Atari came out with years ago in the 70s, but this one is reactive to sound. So if I just shut off the music, she goes silent. No more lights. As soon as the sound comes back, all the pretty flashing RGB lights start grooving and moving. And then we're back to rainbows. So, like I said, all in all, this is a fun little toy, I guess. It's got all the functions of a professional MIDI controller, but you know, it's kind of built to toy standards. And if you're carrying it around with this strap right here, be wary of doorways and corners, because if you're clumsy like I am, you'll be smashing this thing left and right, and then you'll end up with nasty dings, small crack right there, and a dented grill, and nobody wants dented grills. So that's basically it. Oh, and this has a lithium-ion battery too. So it's I mean, the last couple times I've taken this thing out, it lasted me about 4 hours at full blast, which is respectable. I've seen the batteries in these, and it's like what's the battery? The 18650, I think. It's got 3 of those in a pack, so I think it's running off of 12 volts, and that's pretty respectable for just 3 18650 batteries. Are they user replaceable? Dunno. To be honest, I just know that it uses lithium. So, nice little thing. So, I guess this is the end of the review. This is Radio Raccoon signing out. If you like, subscribe. If you like, leave a like down on the like button thingy. And next video is probably going to be the Numark Party Mix Pro. That one's interesting because I had to map that one into Djay as well, and because the recommended app for that one's absolute garbage. But okay, I'm gonna sign out for real now. This is Radio Raccoon signing out. Have a good one.